Hi guys, it's Rob from Getaway Outdoors in Balcatta again. If you watched the previous video, you'll know that we now hire out helium cylinders, 3 sizes, C, D and E. We can get bigger sizes if you require as well. We have all your ballooning needs as well as land-based game fishing as a whole. I touched base on all the gear that we carry in the video prior. So now I'm going to concentrate on the rigs that I use and other people as well. So this is one of the Vexed flashy balloon rigs. This is Nylon. So this was done off basically a rig very similar to what I'm about to show you. It's just got a bit of flashy tinsel. It's got slightly different hooks. They're all heat shrunk as well. This is one that I have just made with 𝐵𝐾𝐾 hooks, 𝐁𝐂�𝐿𝐲 𝐻𝐿𝐿𝐼 skirt, and 200-pound Ozflex wire with a Crane Swivel. This is a running balloon rig. So I'm actually going to show you how I make this rig. There's lots of ways to do different rigs. I found this one of the best. So, all right, tune in. Start with your crimps. So we go, these are the double barrel crimps. So you go through the crimp, through your eye of the hook. I like to do a Flemish eye, so I'll do a loop, granny knot, back through the eye of the hook, and then under that loop again. That creates a Flemish eye. The reason I do that is it actually takes a lot of the pressure off the crimp, and if the crimp fails, that knot will still hold. So basically put the tag end out, as you can see, and then I just tighten it up, and I leave sort of a nice round, doesn't have to be super tight, like that. So I'm going to crimp that, and I'm going to do that on every single hook, and then the treble as well. This allows you, the other rig I'll do is when I snell them together, but this allows you a little bit more free availability to move the hooks where you need them to be. Now, I double crimp each crimp. I do one other side, just in case. This makes it a little bit stronger. I think a bit more security. So I probably run about 6 inches between the hooks, which will shrink by the time you use up your wire to do more crimps. So again, through the crimp, through the eye of the hook, granny knot, back through the eye of the hook, and then underneath, makes a nice loop, put it through the other eye of the crimp, and then just and then you pull that tight, as so. That spacing's pretty much spot on. And then again, it gives you, because it's not snelled, it gives you the availability to twist and put them in the garfish, snook, mullet, whatever fish, small tailor, whatever baits you may have for the gas or helium ballooning. So double crimp that, like I said. Alrighty. All right, last hook. Wire, crimp. Then we're going to go back through, again, granny knot, through. So this is the Flemish eye guy, like I said, if you missed the first bit. Get here, you slippery little sucker. Through the... If you put it through only a little bit, you shouldn't need to cut the tag ends. Good thing about this is I get to do this at work, and these rigs will be put to the test in about a week's time when I go up to 𝐏𝐿𝐻𝐿, where hopefully the weather is good and we can get stuck into some mackerel and other land-based pelagics. Okay, so again, about 6 inches, give or take. You can make it longer, shorter, depending on the size of the baits you get access to. Baits at the very minute are hard, so we're going to be running mullet. So we've got good supply of mullet at the moment, which are about 3 or 4 to a kilo. So we'll do that Flemish eye for the second last time. And then through, pull it up. And that should leave them fairly even distance apart. So I'll just crimp that one closed, and then I'll do the treble. And then we're pretty much done, guys. Okay. I'm using the Raptor BKKs. VMC do a good hook, 𝐏𝐿𝐿 do a good hook. These 𝐵KKs are pretty good. I haven't actually used these yet, but these I've used other 𝐵KKs. They're razor sharp. I think these will be a winner. Some people put the treble, so again, you do the same Flemish eye. Some people put the treble in the fish, in the back of the garfish or other bait they use. Some people leave it just behind the bait, either. But I've caught good mackerel, hooked them in the side and pulled them 200 meters in just by the treble. So it's very important to have the treble attached. So, okay, we're just going to tidy that up a bit. We're going to crimp this. Even with the 3 hooks and the treble, and when you bait them up, sometimes you think there is no way the fish will not get a hook in them, but you'd be surprised how good the mackerel are actually shaking a hook. But by putting good quality hooks like the Kumho's, 𝐵KKs, you're going to improve your chances of sinking that hook into a prize fish. So it doesn't matter what side you put it on. Whichever side you put this treble on will be the bottom. Again, so Flemish eye again. So I lied before when I said it was the last one because I still have 1 or 2 more to do. Through there. Yeah, tighten that up. This might be a first, me doing a couple of these rigs without getting spiked and having blood all over my hands. Make sure you really close those crimps. Alrighty. So that's the majority of the rig. There we go. And like I said, you can see it gives you a bit of flexibility to put the hooks. If you make it a bit longer, it doesn't matter. You can actually move it down and place that hook in the bait as you require. I'm very happy with that spacing. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to crimp on a swivel, and then I'm going to put on about 1 to 1.5 meters of wire as the length between the top hook and the swivel. And then I'll put my skirt above my hook as well. So the skirts we do, a lot of people go pink. I think pink's good because it's very visible. So if you've got your binos, or even if you don't, you can actually see your bait in the water. If it's been hit and you've lost your bait, you don't want it to be splashing around out there. Well, not splashing around out there because it's been taken. You want to make sure you've got a bait on the hooks at all time. Alrighty. All right, so like I said, we're going to run a good meter, 1.5. That's pretty close. That should be right. All right, guys, so before you put this on, before you hook it up, make sure you got the squid skirt, which will face on top of the hook. So you want to put it through the top of the skirt. As you can see, then it'll actually be placed nicely on the hooks when you do that. This is the last Flemish eye, guys. So, last Flemish eye, sorry. Okay. Back through there. Oh. And then through the crimp. Okay, pull that down. Like so. See, it's got, you'll easily get, I mean, that looked a bit more difficult than it was, but usually very simple. You've still got plenty of room there to get 2 Flemish eyes through that eye of the hook, because they are big hooks. They're 10-0 size. People do, when they buy them, they go, oh, 10-0, it's a big hook, but you'll catch a small mackerel even on a 10-0 hook. They've got a big mouth, so. And the reason I use 10-0s is if you do have a bigger guardie or bait, you want the deep, you want to be able to get the penetration through the fish and out, so you don't want it to be in the bait, because you do want to improve make sure you get the best possible chance of a strike. So that's a full ballooning rig in full. So All right, that's my second one. That was the first one I've done. I will show you another one on another video, but I will just say one other thing is my balloon line. So normally my main line would attach to the swivel. My balloon, this swivel here, I would attach my balloon line. So I put my main line or leader, I would normally run braid leader to the rig, leader through there, attach it on this balloon rig swivel. This goes up and down the line. On the other side, I normally run 5, 10, 15 meters of a balloon line, only something light, 20, 30 pound. I use a Jarvis Walker bulk line, doesn't need to be good. It's only holding a 90 centimeter balloon, which will be lifting your bait. So that will be sufficient. So, and the good thing about 20 pound is if you need to, you can break it easy to get the balloon off if you're trying to gaff your fish. Any questions, guys, come see us in store or post a comment on the video. Thank you very much.